Hello everybody, it's Piccolo Productions here with our last instructional video of how to work on extrusions. If you're interested of how these extrusions were made, just look at the video before this. Okay, we got an extrusion. It's nice and leather hard. You don't want it to be too soft because it will distort terribly. And I thought, I know you guys like stars, so I found myself a little star cookie cutter and used it as a pattern. So I got my fancy knife here, but you could use an X-Acto knife. Now, did you see that, how I was just not being very careful and I distorted the whole thing? And you will see me actually make a mistake at some point, and I will remedy it by just cutting a whole piece off. There. See? I went too close to the edge. Don't go too close to the edge because it gets very, very delicate there, and you see I don't want to leave it there. It will develop into a crack, so I cut the whole star out. So it's a little, you know, altered. Okay, here I go with more stars, and I am also gonna show you, because I have some students that also like hearts too. And since you probably don't have heart cutters at home, I decided I'd show you how to, with very simple tools like a drill bit, turn like the two holes there into a heart. And you can make a whole luminary full of hearts if you want to. You know, love is a good thing. So, love my drill bits. You see how that was kind of weak, so I went to support it. You gotta be careful. It's all about the timing. You don't want to, you know, put too much pressure on your luminary and have it crack or break. And so just be patient. You see I'm working really fast here. Way faster than you ever will work. Just kidding. Anyways. So, yep, I went here without any special design. I just went for it and had some fun. And I did actually some carving, got a little carried away, and I cleaned it up. And I think it turned out all right. A little over the top, but what else is new? And you can see there's a candle in there, and it's pretty. And if you're lucky, you're going to get nice reflections on the wall. Hi, in this next clip, I'll show you how to make one of these oil diffusers. And here's an extrusion, and this is the way how I cut it. I just kind of eyeball all the way around, and I cut it, and you don't want to like squish it, so you want to cut every side of the extrusion just gently at a time. So there we go, and hopefully you end up just in the right spot where you want to be. And like I've said before, it's all about the timing. You want your extrusion to be just not too soft, not too dry. And look at me there. This was a little on the dry side, and all these extrusion parts were still showing, but oh well. Anyways, I tried to flatten it out, and guess what we do? We're gonna serrate and vinegar as we always do. And you see, once we serrate our extrusion, we can attach it, and this could be the end of your project. You don't have to make any oil burners or luminaries. You can just have that be a little cylindrical form, like a vase or a cup or a organizer that is just very useful. But for now I'll show you how to make one of these architectural kind of oil diffusing pieces. So I'll cut off the excess, leave like a 1/16 of an inch around, and I'm using a popsicle stick or whatever you have at home, and just bring up that little extra bit of clay up towards onto the extrusion and mend it so it can become one. Okay, so I'm checking out how big the candle is and how big I need the cutout to be so I can reach into the candle where the candle is. And I just had I love ovals, so I'm just having the help of an oval cookie cutter here, but you can freehand or trace anything you want and make it the way you would like it. So here we are for our little gate. I happen to have one of these rectangular hole makers around that you can, the brass type that you get at Ace Hardware. But I love them because the impressions, they're just kind of like the right dimensions, like they could be bricks. So here I'm kind of creating some fake bricks, obviously. Okay, and I'm creating like a little cutout there for a window type situation. And so I'm attempting to cut out these little windows, and I will succeed eventually. And I push them through. There we go. And there we are. So on the top, you can see I have a nice indent where the water with the essential oils will be housed, so to speak. And the candle, of course, underneath will heat up the water and diffuse the oil scent into the room, which is a really cool thing. And then, of course, because it warms up the ceramic. And the ceramic is, of course, pretty safe because it doesn't catch on fire. But anyways, you should keep an eye on like how much water gets evaporated, so you can refill or just blow the candle out. And yeah, so this is the top view, so I'm gonna have like some texture that kind of is reminiscent of some more bricks. And yeah, creating a line of bricks, and you can see just some detail work I'm doing there. Very good. So the lower part here, and of course one of my favorite tools, the dull pencil, always is a wonderful thing to have around. You can do so much just with some clay and a dull pencil. And then here's, of course, my other absolutely favorite tool, which is that triangular mini ribbon tool. And it's being put to use right here to create some texture on the wall of this little building, just for a little interest. And it also kind of makes the bricks pop up and be more visible. And it doesn't have to be perfect, of course, and you can absolutely just do your own creation. And here, after a little bit of cleaning up, you can see what it's gonna look like. And there we are. Be safe.